If you leave your cash sitting in a traditional savings account, inflation mathematically guarantees that your money will lose its purchasing power every single year. But there is a specific, secure mechanism you can use to own actual shares in South Africa's largest companies, and you can start doing it today with exactly 10 Rand. When most people picture the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, they imagine a chaotic trading floor reserved for the ultra-wealthy. Combine that outdated image with the modern fear of online scammers, and you get a massive psychological barrier to entry. The reality is that the JSE is a highly accessible market. Average citizens are simply locking themselves out by playing by a set of fake, self-imposed rules. Failing to learn how this system actually works guarantees that your wealth will slowly erode. The first myth keeping people out is the belief that you need thousands of rands just to open a brokerage account. That capital barrier has been completely bypassed by a financial tool called a fractional share right, or FSR. Think of a high-value corporate share as a solid block worth 1,000 Rand. An FSR fractures that single share into 100 equal slivers, allowing you to purchase a precise percentage based on your cash. A 10 Rand investment drops directly into your account and is deployed into the market instantly. Even holding a fraction of a share entitles you to proportional economic benefits. When the company turns a profit and pays out a dividend, you get your exact percentage of that cash. The only limitation of an FSR is corporate governance. You do not hold voting rights in the company until you accumulate enough fractions to piece together one whole, complete share. Capital size is no longer a valid excuse for exclusion. Anyone with a smartphone and a few spare coins can be a part owner of a major South African bank or retailer today. The second major myth is that the online investing space is a minefield of unavoidable scammers waiting to steal your money. Fraudsters operate on a very predictable model. They use high-pressure tactics on WhatsApp or Telegram to demand upfront fees, promising fast, guaranteed returns. The JSE built a specific countermeasure for this. It's the Verify a Broker tool, and it allows you to instantly cross-reference any individual or platform against the Financial Sector Conduct Authority database. Every single legitimate financial services provider must be legally registered on this specific database in order to operate. If they aren't on the list, they aren't real. While market fluctuations are an inherent part of investing, the risk of falling for a fraudulent platform is a variable you can actively manage. Verifying a professional first effectively separates legitimate market volatility from avoidable criminal schemes. The third myth is that successful investing requires genius-level stock picking and complex corporate analysis. You can bypass the risk of picking individual stocks entirely by using an exchange-traded fund, or ETF. Instead of trying to guess which individual company will succeed, you buy a single unit that merges dozens of distinct companies into one unified basket. This provides instant diversification. If one specific company inside the basket shrinks, the overall investment remains stable because the other growing companies absorb the shock. A prime local example is the Top 40 ETF. Buying it gives you a stake in the 40 largest and most stable companies on the JSE in a single trade. True wealth generation relies on betting on the macroeconomic success of the broader South African economy, not gambling on a single winning stock. To maximize those ETF returns over time, investors use a highly efficient legal mechanism, the tax-free savings account, or TFSA. When you hold your investments inside a TFSA wrapper, every cent of growth and every dividend paid out is permanently exempt from government taxes. There are strict limits to this tool. You can only contribute up to 36,000 Rand per year, and exceeding that annual cap will trigger severe tax penalties from SARS. Just as a tree requires time to endure the seasons, your portfolio will face daily fluctuations. Standard market behavior includes 1 or 2% swings. These are movements to observe, not a cause for panic. Your next steps are clear. Verify an authorized broker, open your account, deposit a micro-investment, and purchase a broad ETF today. This methodical framework offers a path to building wealth securely over the long term.